So this is not, I want to be clear, I work a lot with clergy and provide consultation to clergy around mental health issues, but this book is not just written for clergy. It really is for everybody in the church, everybody who cares about the church. So I was very intentional about making it accessible. It is a great resource if you have absolutely no information about mental health and you don't know anything. It's also, I think, a helpful resource if you know something about mental health but really want to figure out how to take practical steps to try to make your church or your community one that is more open and inclusive. So there are a couple of different ways you can use it. One, as an individual, if you really just want to get more information about, you hear these terms thrown around like being a trauma-informed community, or, the language I use in the book is ministry for mental health. And that distinction for me is really important because a part of it is owning that we all have experiences and symptoms and we all need care at some point. And so as an individual, it's a book that you could read to just figure out what are the best practices for ways I can engage with people on a daily basis so that I am a person who is safe. So at the individual level, it could be helpful in that regard. At the church-wide level, I also try to provide some concrete strategies for churches who are trying to change the ethos in their community. That's down from logistics in terms of where is there a safe space in our church building where people can go and have confidential conversations, or how do we keep track of the kinds of resources that people in our church need, down to what are the ways we educate people during Mental Health Awareness Month, which is in May. So it's coming up. For instance, one of the things in the book is one of the appendices in the book is a litany for Mental Health Awareness Month. And so starting at whatever level your church is at, there's a way to just kind of get the conversation going. And for some churches or for some individual people, that might be, hey, let's talk about mental health. Let's bring up the conversation that 20% of American adults at some point in their lives will meet criteria for a diagnosable condition. So if you got more than 5 people in your church, somebody is probably impacted by a mental health condition.